You need to hear this if you're a paranormal enthusiast. Ready to dive into the unknown? Join the Tristan channel as we journey through spine-tingling paranormal encounters, unexplained supernatural phenomena, and perhaps some eye-popping UFO sightings. Our world is full of mysteries, and together we'll explore the eerie, the bizarre, and the downright unexplainable. From haunted houses to cryptic creatures, we'll react to the most chilling and baffling compilations. So if you're ready to test your courage and expand your mind, hit that subscribe button and let's unravel the unknown together. Welcome to the adventure. Welcome to the Tristan channel.
Hello and welcome to the Tristan channel, or welcome back if you're a subscriber. Hope you had a great Christmas. I did, it was really good. I spent it with Mum and that. Had some great presents and had a really nice meal. We had turkey, yeah, was it turkey, Yorkshire puds, potatoes, carrots, and pigs and blankets. Oh, and some Yorkshire puddings and some gravy. It was very nice. But anyway, I hope you had a great Christmas. This recording I'm doing basically, well, it's technically Boxing Day morning, but I did it, I'm recording it before I go to bed, basically. Basically, being Christmas, I watched classics like Home Alone, Home Alone 2, oh yeah, and also Christmas Carol of Sir Patrick Stewart on YouTube, and Die Hard 1 and 2. It's a Christmas movie. So I figured, I'm going to squeeze one in. That's what she said. And basically, I figured we'll go pay a visit back to Slapped Ham. And so this would be kind of like a Boxing Day special, because I can't do it Boxing Day night or on the night because I've got to get up at stupid o'clock on Saturday morning. So yes, we're paying a visit to Slapped Ham. And this is scary videos and no one was meant to see. Alrighty then. We bet well bloody hope so, because we hate it, don't we? When we see videos that go, scary things you mustn't watch alone, and we sit there, don't we? And we're like, meh. You know what I mean? So, come on. Hopefully we'll get some. There are some good ones. I think some are more weird and more freaky. Some that make you, but not actual. There's yet to be ones that actually keep us up at night. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, but anyway. So without further ado, let's do this.
Alan, and this is Slapped
Hello,
Ham.
Callum.
You're about to see some of the scariest video clips that are trending right now. So hit that subscribe button and get ready for more creepy content. Just like this.
Just like this.
This first one was sent in by a viewer named Danielle, and if what she says is true, it's one of the more emotional, scary videos we've ever received. Danielle explains that the father of her children, Michael, passed away in July of 2023. Before he died, he joked, or perhaps promised, that if there was any way to reach out after death, he'd do it. He'd make contact. He'd let them know there was more coming, another beginning. According to Danielle, that's exactly what's been happening. She says she feels him around the house, touches on her arm, warm breath on her face, even her bed shifting while she sleeps. And with his birthday approaching, she believes he's making his presence known more than ever. Along with her story, she sent us a short, eerie video clip. At first, the footage looks corrupted, fuzzy, blurry, almost like the camera is struggling to focus.
It's not bad.
But around the 18-second mark, something subtle happens. A faint movement appears off to the side of the frame, just enough to catch your eye.
Well, that graphic stuff.
Then the camera itself shifts, as if tracking that movement, tilting slightly on its own. Before slowly returning to center. No one else was in the room at the time.
mean, I don't want to take it away from people, but you know, a lot of people say, "Oh, they've been visited and stuff like that." But I've had no dead relatives come visit me, as far as I'm aware of, not like to the capacity you see in these videos.
Danielle says she has no doubt it's Michael, that this is his way of reminding the family not to be sad and to keep his sense of humour alive. Of course, others might see this as a camera glitch, a loose mount, or simple autofocus struggling in low light. But for Danielle, the timing and the feelings she's experienced leave no question. So what do you think this footage shows? A grieving family finding comfort in strange coincidences, or someone genuinely trying to make contact from beyond?
Yeah, no, it's definitely a camera glitch, because the reason I say that, it's not because of biases or whatever, my opinions and... So my screen's gone dark, try and get back on. It's to do with the fact that the first bit, if it wasn't for the first bit where you just see that figure, sort of partial figure, whatever you call it, shape, then yeah. But then it's like it's all wavy all over the place, like there's something wrong with the like distortion, if that makes sense. So there's a lot of distortion at the end, and so pardon me. So if it wasn't just for that, then you know what I mean. But yeah, no, I think chances are it's a glitch.
Here's a weird one that went viral a few months ago, and it has the tennis world scratching its head.
Oh, before I play it, because it's just one thing. If you want to watch something funny, some of you probably seen it, like clips, but watch the full show. Some videos would lead to it, but it's basically tennis with microphones. It's bloody hilarious because you could actually hear the grunts and what it's quite funny because they're trying not to laugh because it's like it is what people think it sounds like. It's fucking hilarious.
During a second-round match at the Canadian Open in Toronto, Italian player Matteo Gigante suddenly stopped play and called for a video review. He claimed his opponent, Gabriel Diallo, had just hit a shot that went through the net.
It went down? Yeah. The serve or the what? No, the return. So you want to check it on the video review? Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Gigante is requesting a video review to check if the ball went through the net.
At first, fans thought it was a mistake, maybe a misunderstanding in the chaos of a fast rally. But when officials rolled the replay, the stadium went silent.
Yeah, okay, it's okay. It's okay, I'm fine with that. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, the return of Diallo went through the net. Call is overturned.
The footage clearly shows Diallo's return piercing through the net cord as though the strings weren't even there. The point was awarded to Gigante and play continued, but the moment went viral almost instantly. Clips flooded TikTok, Reddit and sports forums, with people calling it everything from impossible physics to a glitch in the Matrix caught live on TV.
It doesn't look like it goes to line, because through the actual square I would have said, well duh, it's a net. It doesn't matter how tight the hole is, that's what she said. If you hit it say with enough force and velocity, it will go through it. You know what I mean? It'll be like, it happened very quickly. The square will go, you know, very quickly. But it's like that. It's like, it's literally the ball's gone through the actual line of the thing, which is weird.
Even the commentators seemed baffled. Fans in attendance said they had no idea why the point stopped, until the slow motion replay showed the ball doing the one thing a tennis ball shouldn't be able to do.
Yeah, because on the way back, she hits it and stops.
Of course, skeptics insist there must be a technical explanation, angle distortion, tension in the mesh, or a perfect strike that forced the ball between two strands. But even among seasoned tennis watchers, the moment has been called one of the strangest in recent memory. So what do you think? A freak accident of sports physics or a genuine glitch caught during a high-stakes match?
So I wanted to show you guys some footage of my dog.
Here's a creepy collection of scary videos going viral on TikTok right now.
Again, she's been doing this ever since we got here, every single day.
They come from a user named Sydney, who posted several clips documenting unexplained activity inside the Airbnb she was staying in. It all began with her dog, a Rottweiler, behaving strangely around the staircase of the old house.
And literally this is her. Like, she's just standing here, kind of sniffing around, just very, very focused and very, like, something is definitely making her, like, very interested. Like, she just seems so, like, locked in on these stairs.
At first, the dog simply stood motionless on the stairs. Sydney thought it was funny, but the longer he stood there frozen, the more disturbing it became.
And she was so locked into the stairs this time around. It was so spooky, guys. Like, honestly, I literally, at this point, I was like, I need to ask this landlord, like, what is going on?
That's when...
The other thing you got to look out for is when a dog does that, it could be... They don't mean to, but you know... Well, you know when you... We've all been there. You know when you sometimes... You know, either be diet or you got upset stomach, but you get a bit lodged in there or a bit that won't come out. Well, for dogs, they don't have that same modesty as we do, like actually climb the stairs to the bathroom. They will take any opportunity. If they go, oh, fucking get this annoying log out, they'll try and squeeze it out. And sometimes there's no purchase. There's a bit of fluid, but there's no purchase. Because, well, the reason I know this, because if you've had a dog and they've done this, you get it on the carpet and stuff. And that's the point. They're like that. So if he's on the stairs like going, just make sure he's not trying to squeeze one out.
She realised the issue wasn't on top of the stairs, it was underneath them.
It's always hanging out right here. So I just found a door back here.
There was a locked door beneath the staircase leading to what looked like a small basement area.
Oh, she lives there and she's only just found that out. Okay.
It's an Airbnb, so they lock a lot of the doors up, but
Sydney noticed the light inside was on, even though the door was shut tight.
You guys can see the light is on right there.
She slid her phone under the door to take a look. The footage showed nothing unusual, just an empty space. But when she pulled her phone back, something eerie happened.
Oh my god. Oh my god, did that just happen?
The door handle rattled as if someone or something was standing behind it.
Oh my god.
This is where the creep factor jumps to a whole new level. Sydney decided to try again, wanting to catch whatever was moving the handle. She slid her phone back under the gap.
But how big is that thing? Because that's what she said. But it's like the door, it's like that bit, this bit here you can't see. How do we know that's not something there? I don't know. Could someone hide there? Could a friend hide there? Is she making up, when she tries it? The thing is also, when she tries it, I'm not saying, well, because it's TikTok, and I wouldn't trust TikTok. TikTok's useful for educational stuff, but in terms of people going, like, ghost stuff, I wouldn't trust them as far as I can throw it. So it's like, that could be her friend in it. Well, when she does the camera, no one's in it. But when she has to see if it's locked, then that could be someone holding it from the inside, if that makes sense. Because, you could cut it, or, there's a way you can cut it. Or if they're hid there, they can just watch the camera go, underneath the door and back again. You know what I mean? There's ways you can fake it.
And something yanked it out of her hand.
Oh, you see that? Maybe not.
The phone tumbled down the stairs, landing with the camera pointed at the ceiling. While you could argue she simply
Oh, it's
dropped
a basement.
it, the next part is harder to explain. The phone moves again, as if picked up and dropped by an unseen force. Sydney eventually retrieved it after contacting the homeowner to unlock the basement door.
Okay, well.
But viewers quickly noticed something odd about the owner's hand, a tattoo of nested triangles.
Thank you.
In conspiracy circles, this symbol is often linked to secret groups or darker beliefs. Exploring the basement, Sydney didn't experience...
Or, if it's the one I'm thinking of, it could be also to do with Norse mythology. So if you're into Norse mythology or anything like that sort of stuff, then you're going to have runes and various articles on your body.
anything unusual in the moment.
Thanks for coming underneath my house. That's it. I'm out of here.
But later noticed strange scratch marks across the floor and on the backside of the door. Things only got stranger. While filming her dog again on the stairs, the curtains at the top of the landing flutter. Then some balloons drift unnaturally. Possibly just a draft. But moments later, something truly mysterious happens. You can hear the sound of footsteps, someone running up the staircase, except no one is there. Then, in the same instant, the dog's leash flies upward as though pulled by invisible hands. Here it is again in slow motion. The leash rises sharply with no one touching it. So is this old Airbnb really haunted? If these clips are genuine, Sydney may have captured one of the clearest examples of ghostly activity we've seen in a long time.
What do you think? I mean, so a lot of that could be faked, but yeah, I'm not sure about the last bit. But yeah, the tattooed guy's hand. I mean, it's an odd place to put it in the sense of like only you could see it. Yeah, you're not going to see it well. But then again, if you look at certain runes you put in your hands, you know, like, it sounds silly, but you know, like Constantine has someone in his arms because he does that, and it forms a pattern. Some people have it on the inside of the thing for spiritual purposes, like and some cultures they might paint the evil eye on their hand to deflect evil. So there are reasons for having tattoos on your hands, but this triangle thing is it's something Norse about it. It just reminds you of Norse triangles. Yeah, symbols.
Here's a strange old photograph that's been unsettling viewers online. The image was shared by Facebook user Sandra Green, who says it was taken in the early 1970s. It shows her and her cousin posing in the garden. Nothing unusual at first glance, just two kids smiling for the camera. But between them, there's a third face.
Oh,
A
look
woman's
at
head
you.
looking straight at the camera.
Got no legs as well.
According to the poster, there was no one else with them when the photo was taken. She says she's looked at this picture many times throughout her life, but only recently noticed the extra person. What makes it even stranger is that the head appears to have no body.
Yeah.
There's a clear gap between the two children. No torso, no arms, no shadow. Just a floating face tucked perfectly between them. Sandra points out that she can see her own legs clearly. There's nothing behind her. Nothing that could be mistaken for someone standing there. She even notes that the hand around her is her cousin's, not the mysterious person's.
It's not pareidolia, it's definitely a head there.
The original photo is a Polaroid, which makes editing or double exposure less likely, at least by today's standards. Sandra even posted a short video of her holding the original Polaroid to prove the image is real, vintage and untouched. So what do you think? Love to hear your thoughts on this one in the comments below.
Yes.
This scary video was posted to Reddit by user Critical Music Rare, and it's stirring up a lot of discussion. The caption translates to, an unidentified creature was seen in the Srisang Dari Kodi area. A humanoid shape can be seen gliding through the air. Just a lone figure suspended over the mountain. What's striking is how this fits a pattern.
I was about to say, it looks like that scene from Iron Man when he jumps just, from the war camp, the terrorist camp. And, oh, scary. And then he goes over the desert and shatters.
In the past year, there's been a spate of humanoid UAP sightings from around the world. Floating figures over Mexico, mysterious silhouettes in Brazil, dark shapes drifting above the Middle East, and even upright flying men spotted near US airports. Some viewers think these are misidentified drones or optical illusions. Others believe they could be advanced surveillance devices, experimental suits, or something entirely unknown. But sightings like this one in isolated terrain with no structures or aircraft nearby are harder to explain. So what exactly was floating over this mountain in Daikundi? A drone, a figure, or another entry in the growing list of humanoid UAPs documented around the world? This next one comes from a viewer who goes by Kiwi Steve. He says his girlfriend's son was taking a simple selfie while home alone. Nothing unusual, just a casual photo in his unit while his girlfriend was away visiting relatives. But a few days later, his mother noticed something strange behind him.
Oh, look at you.
A dark shape lurking in the background. According to the family, there was absolutely no one else in the unit at the time the photo was taken. What makes this one even more interesting is that the couple says they've never experienced anything strange in the unit. No noises, no objects moving, nothing out of the ordinary. They feel completely comfortable living there.
They've got the feeling Somebody's watching him. So I fucking love that song.
So what exactly is this dark silhouette captured behind him? A trick of the lighting? A shadow pattern? Or something standing in the room that he didn't see at the time? Here's an amusing one to break up the chills. This clip, shared by Humans No Context, shows a paranormal prank that takes a very unexpected turn. This person decides to dress up as a ghost and creep up to a neighbour's home security camera. They stand perfectly still, staring ominously into the lens, clearly hoping to give someone a fright. But the prank backfires spectacularly. Another neighbour sees the ghost, and instead of being scared inside, they run outside armed with a huge pot. Before the prankster even has time to react, the neighbour and they stand perfectly still.
I missed that because I was trying to get the lighting back on my screen. I noticed a little advert for what's it? 'Cause I've got it paused on Star Trek Online just to get a bit extra lighting. I just noticed an advert for Q's Winter Wonderland, but look at the state of this. It's like the Grudge bitch, isn't it? Oh, connection lost.
Here's an amusing one to break up the chills. This clip, shared by Humans No Context, shows a paranormal prank that takes a very unexpected turn.
All right.
This person decides to dress up as a ghost and creep up to a neighbour's home security camera. They stand perfectly still, staring ominously into the lens, clearly hoping to give someone a fright. But the prank backfires spectacularly. Another neighbour sees the ghost, and instead of being scared inside, they run outside armed with a huge pot. Before the prankster even has time to react, the neighbour hurls the pot straight at their head.
Ooh.
It seems this spooky little stunt didn't go quite as planned. A good reminder that when you pretend to be a ghost, someone might out of nowhere own you with kitchenware. This next song...
I mean, there's a joke, isn't there? There's a joke video, parody video. It's like, what would you do in a horror film? And it shows someone seeing a ghost, running up to a ghost, nutting him, and then, like, I think it was a Grudge bitch or something like that. Well, basically it was like that. But then he went up to it. First one punched it, and then his mates went round, beat it with a baseball bat. Someone went upstairs, got a gun, and went bang, bang, bang. It's like, what would you do in this situation, sort of thing? Joke video. It kind of reminds me of that. You know?
Sighting comes from Reddit user Weeby Edgelord, who captured something unusual in the skies above Perth, Western Australia. Whatever it is, it pulses softly, appearing, fading, then glowing bright again as it moves. According to the witness, the object wasn't behaving like a conventional aircraft. It shifted direction mid-flight, briefly vanished, then reappeared on a different path moments later. The uploader also noted that they don't live near airports or flight corridors, ruling out commercial planes or helicopters, and the pulsing green light didn't match any standard aviation markers. Viewers have suggested everything from drones to atmospheric reflections to experimental craft, though some say it resembles classic orb-style UAPs seen in sightings around the world. So what do you think this glowing object was? A drone? A rare atmospheric effect? Or something truly unidentified moving through the skies of Perth that night?
Civilian-based drones don't travel that fast. They're not that aerodynamic, if that makes sense. It's either military or a UFO. Funny, there's a reason why apparently a lot of them are glowing green, because not only is green one of the most popular colours, but it also means in a lot of cultures as a colour of peace.
If you head to these coordinates on Google Maps,
You see Cthulhu.
you'll see something unusual. Deep in a remote mountain range at the southernmost tip of Chile, satellite imagery shows what looks like the face and upper body of an enormous giant, almost as if something is buried beneath the landscape.
Pareidolia.
The pattern is strangely symmetrical, with features that resemble eyes, a nose, and even a chest. Viewers online have gone wild with theories. Some say it's evidence of the Nephilim, the legendary race of giants mentioned in ancient texts. Given how isolated this region is, believers think it could be the resting place of something ancient, somewhere no human has ever reached on foot.
A troll.
Others are more skeptical, noting that Google's satellite stitching sometimes creates odd mirrored patterns in areas where terrain data is limited. One commenter described the effect as book matching, where two halves of the satellite pass accidentally mirror each other, forming shapes that look intentional.
Yeah, because also when you, to be fair, what I think it's pareidolia as well. Because not be funny, like because I'm actually going to plant it in your head now as well. So if you look at where my camera square is, viewer square, right? Look at the bottom. At the bottom, you've got a little alien dude, and then you've got some sort of creature at the middle there, and at the top you've got something that looks like a Balrog or some creature, you know, like a big kaiju creature, like a totem pole sort of thing going up. About here. So you've got alien dude. Hey, there you go. Alien dude here. Some creature here sitting down or something like that. Looks like the alien from Independence Day. And at the top you've got like a kaiju or Balrog. And that's off the neighbouring cliff. So, yeah, that's pareidolia, mate, sorry. And light bits look like basically snow and where the light's hitting it.
Still, the image is hard to ignore. It's detailed, eerie, and strangely human-like. Whether it's a glitch, a natural formation, or something more mysterious tucked beneath the ice and stone, that's for you to decide.
Natural formation of, yes, pareidolia.
This next creepy clip, shared by Crazy Paranormal, has been doing the rounds online. A group of friends was filming late at night when they noticed a strange-looking face staring out from a parked car nearby. But what happens next?
It's like...
takes this to a whole new level of creepy.
Se le ven los ojos hundidos, güey. Mira la llama, mira la llama. No mames. Mira.
Out of nowhere, flames suddenly burst inside the car, right in front of the person's face.
Venga a nosotros tu reino. Hágase, Señor, tu voluntad en la tierra como
And the figure doesn't react.
eso. Padre nuestro que estás en el cielo, santificado sea tu nombre. Venga a nosotros tu reino. Hágase, Señor.
Just staring forward as if nothing unusual is happening.
De cada día, perdona nuestras ofensas como también nosotros perdonamos a los que nos ofenden. No nos dejes caer en la tentación y líbranos de todo mal. Amén.
The group filming can be heard panicking, trying to make sense of what they're witnessing, and before long the clip went viral, with viewers offering their own theories.
Güey, se le ven los ojos hundidos, güey. Mira la llama, mira la llama. No mames. Mira. Se le ven los ojos hundidos, güey, ve eso.
Some think the woman was performing some kind of ritual. Others say the calmness in the presence of flames is too unnatural, calling her a witch, or something even stranger caught on camera.
No mames. Está arriba de la troca, güey.
The complete lack of reaction, combined with that eerie, expressionless face, has left many viewers unsettled.
Güey, no tiene ni el rostro definido, mira.
Scary videos like this certainly make you wonder, could this be a ritual, a malfunction, or something truly unexplainable sitting quietly in the dark?
No mames. Mira. Se le ven los ojos hundidos, güey, ve eso. Padre nuestro que estás en el cielo, santificado sea tu nombre. Venga a nosotros tu reino. Hágase, Señor, tu voluntad en la tierra.
This next scary photo comes from Facebook user Jack Henry, and it was taken inside a temple in Sahuayo, Michoacan, Mexico. According to the person who snapped the picture, they never noticed anything unusual at the time, but later, something eerie stood out. Looming over the glass display is a dark shadow figure positioned directly behind the likeness of the young martyr, Saint Jose Sanchez del Rio. Its shape is humanoid, but the photographer insists no one else was standing there. The display itself shows a sculpted representation of Jose's body. Some online have mistakenly claimed it's incorrupt, but it's not. It's a crafted likeness beneath the glass, honouring his memory. To understand why this image has captured so much attention, you have to know the history. Jose Sanchez del Rio was a 14-year-old boy who fought in the Cristera War of the 1920s, a time when the Mexican government savagely persecuted the church, destroyed monasteries, and executed priests. Young Jose was captured, tortured, and ultimately killed for refusing to renounce his faith. His last words were, "Viva Cristo Rey," long live Christ the King. He was canonized in 2016, and his tomb in Sahuayo has become a deeply important site for pilgrims. So when viewers saw a shadowy figure seemingly standing watch beside the display, speculation ran wild. Some believe it could be the ghost of Saint Jose himself, a spiritual presence lingering near the place where he's honored. Others think it could be a trick of the light, a reflection, or an unnoticed visitor moving through the frame. But for many who've seen the photo, the shape feels deliberate, almost protective. So what do you think? A shadow person, a trick of exposure, or something sacred caught on camera in one of Mexico's most historic temples?
What do you think?
What is that?
This next unnerving recording comes from Washington State, filmed on November 11th, 2025 at around 3:45 p.m, and it has viewers divided.
It's gotta be someone's truck, right?
The footage shows a strange laser-like reflection pulsing deep in the woods.
Is that a fire?
Bright reds and greens flicker through the trees, shifting up and down in a way that doesn't look like headlights or campfire glow.
Yeah, purples, but it's going up and down.
The person filming sounds confused.
Is that a fire? What was that?
Commenters came up with a range of theories. Some think it could be a trance laser setup, maybe a group planning a secret rave in the forest, testing out their gear before nightfall.
It's gotta be someone's truck, right?
But others say the light pattern looks too controlled, too smooth, and too isolated to be something man-made. They believe it's a UFO caught on camera.
Is that a fire? What was that?
Remember to subscribe to our channel if you want to see more scary videos just like this one. Slapping that like button also helps a lot as well. And as always, we love reading your comments below. This is part of our ongoing exploration of the screaming skulls of the UK, and today we're diving into one of the darkest and most morally charged legends of them all, the screaming skulls of Calgarth Hall. Set near Windermere in the Lake District, the story centres on a quiet, hard-working couple, Cresta and Dorothy Cook, and the powerful corrupt magistrate who destroyed their lives. In the 1500s, the Cooks lived on a small farm at Troutbeck Bridge. Honest, humble, and by all accounts kind, they tended their land with pride. But their neighbour, Miles Phillipson, wanted that land for himself. A wealthy justice of the peace, he used his influence like a weapon, and when the Cooks refused to sell, he set a trap they couldn't escape. One Christmas, Phillipson invited them to dinner under the guise of making peace. But during the meal, he slipped a stolen silver goblet into Dorothy's belongings. By morning, soldiers arrived, found the hidden cup, and arrested the couple for theft. a capital crime. When the trial began, Phillipson himself presided and sentenced them to death. As they walked to the gallows, Dorothy issued a curse so fierce it would shape the next century of the Phillipson family's life. Dorothy's final words promised 3 things. The Cooks would haunt the Phillipsons night and day, their business affairs would never prosper, and no Phillipson will own an inch of land. Phillipson immediately tore down the Cooks' cottage and built a brand new mansion on the same spot, Calgarth Hall. But on the anniversary of the theft, when the family first moved in, 2 human skulls suddenly appeared on the staircase. No one knew where they came from, no explanation made sense. But every night after that, the Phillipsons were tormented by horrific screams that echoed through the hall. The skulls became the physical anchors of the curse, immovable, indestructible, and endlessly returning. Over the years, Phillipson tried everything to rid himself of the relics, crushed them, burned them, reduced them to dust, buried them miles away, threw them into Lake Windermere. But the skulls always returned the next morning, whole and untouched. Meanwhile, the curse unfolded exactly as Dorothy had vowed. The Phillipson estate collapsed, business ventures failed, friends stopped visiting. In time, the once wealthy family sold off everything except the hall itself, and eventually abandoned even that. Only when the last Phillipson left Calgarth forever did the screaming cease. The curse had run its course. In 1790, Bishop Richard Watson purchased the property. He disliked the look of the old hall, and perhaps he'd heard the whispers about the skulls. Watson performed a ritual laying of the spirits and then ordered the skulls bricked up inside the walls, permanently sealing them away. From that moment on, Calgarth Hall fell silent. Over the next century, the site was transformed. First a hospital during World War I, later a children's orthopaedic centre, and today a retirement facility. Yet locals still speak quietly about the skulls hidden inside its walls. Like many screaming skull legends, the Calgarth story can be seen as both a haunting and a parable. On one level, it's a supernatural curse tied to human remains. On another, it's a cautionary tale about corruption, abuse of power, and greed. Some even believe the skulls served as metaphysical title deeds, eternally asserting the rightful ownership of the land by the dispossessed Cooks. Whether historical truth, moral allegory, or a chilling piece of regional folklore, Calgarth Hall remains one of Britain's most unsettling skull legends, and one of the most enduring stories we've covered in our series on Screaming Skulls. So what do you make of the Cook's curse? A morality tale, a lingering spirit, or a relic of a darker past still echoing through England's old halls? Sometimes these old folkloric legends are more unsettling than any collection of scary videos could ever be. Now, if you want to watch some more scary ghost clips, then click these links right there. They'll keep you entertained well into the evening, we promise. Leave us some comments down below, smash that thumbs up button. And that's it for me. I'll see you all next time. Pooh!
Well, that was slapped down. I wouldn't say they were the necessarily scary ones that we weren't meant to see, but they were interesting. They weren't too bad. You know, a lot of them explained the thing about mountains, pareidolia, because like I said, you know, I gave you this image of a totem pole of aliens and stuff next to it, sort of thing. So yeah, but anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below, and as always, thank you for taking the time to watch them with me. And if you're new to the channel, please do subscribe, because it would be great to have you with us. So until next time, take care and be well.